Welcome to R&R, Relationships in Real Estate. I'm your host, Chris Silva, and I'm with my beautiful wife, Corey Silva.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here on R&R. Chris and I are the owners of Silva Realty, Silva Lending, and Silva Property Management, and we have been in the real estate and mortgage industry since the early 2000s. We're super excited to have you here with us. Thank you so much for always showing your support and joining us today on this lovely winter rainy day. Can you believe that we are in the third week of March? That's crazy. Where is the time going? Halfway through the month, and we still have 2 weeks to go. I know, crazy. This weather's got me all wacky today. And can you believe it? We are in another storm. Crazy.
I don't think I remember ever having so much rain.
I don't either.
I don't mind it. I know people.
Kids. I think when I was around 12 or something, it rained a lot here.
I mean, I don't remember rain like this.
No.
I don't mind it. I know a lot of people don't like the rain.
I think a lot of people who live in California are over the rain because we're not used to this. It's too much.
I'm not over it because I know the summer is going to come.
Right.
And when it comes, it's going to be like 110 degrees, right?
It'll probably be hotter than that.
100, 110. Mm-hmm. Like, I think everybody's always looking for like what they don't have, right?
Yes.
Just enjoy this rain. It's not going to last forever. It's going to be gone pretty soon. Ride out the storm.
The storm provides.
Yes. I'm enjoying the weather.
Yes, well, I'm glad you are. And Tanya is here with us. Hi, Tanya. She said, hey, guys, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, too. You're always joining us every Wednesday. And so is Lulu. Hey, Lulu. She said, hi, guys. How are you doing in Texas over there, taking care of all those cute little puppies? She's a dog trainer.
She's getting it, too. I see her posting about going to the gym every day. So you go, girl.
Good job, Lulu. You're an inspiration. Thank you so much for inspiring me because I started going, too. So how is everyone handling all this rain? Did you hear about the flooding? Did you hear about that?
So I was showing the kids a picture this morning. I think I showed it to Nola. There's a town up north called Pájaro. It's bird in Spanish.
Birdie.
Somewhere, I never heard of it before. Mm-hmm. Somewhere in California. It's probably like a farming town is my guess. Mm-hmm. And the whole town's flooded.
Oh, that's terrible.
The whole town. That's terrible. The cars are submerged in water, like right up into the windshield. It's really bad.
So all the people on top of their roofs, like, are they getting them out? What's happening?
I don't know, but a lot of these places are saying they feel forgotten, right?
Hey, look, where is all the help when you need it?
Where's the governor, right?
Where's the governor?
I'm sorry, but is he on vacation again? Just because, he's always there for a photo op. Yes. But like, we got some real problems happening in California. Where's this guy?
Taking care of bailing out banks and stuff,
Oh, we'll talk about that later.
Oh, yeah. We will get into that.
We got to get into that.
Oh, my gosh. That's just heartbreaking when you see stuff like this happening, like natural disasters, and people aren't getting the help they need. But then there's like other things happening where they make quick decisions to help other people who are a lot more fortunate.
Well, it's you got to have money, right? Mm-hmm. So I think it's I don't know. We'll get into politics a little bit later when we start talking about the bank collapse. But I think we're so ill prepared here in California because when we have fires, man, we lose control of this, right? And people are dying and we're losing all kind of structures. And then now that we're having floods, it's the same thing. And I understand it's a natural disaster, but I think the preparation for it, I just don't think that we have any preparation.
How do we make it different for future storms that come through? Because we need to be prepared.
Absolutely.
Jeez. So we are all set to get a little bit of a break from the rain. I know when we pulled in today, it wasn't raining, so that was nice. But I guess there's another storm that's coming this weekend.
I mean, it is what it is.
Chris likes it. He wants to just collect all the rainwater.
Because I love it being green, right?
Yes.
And that's another thing is, are we collecting this rainwater?
No.
Because we've been in a drought, I think, my whole life, right? So, I mean, I wish there was some reservoirs, something to capture this water. Because, in Nevada, I think Lake Mead's down to like nothing.
I know. Maybe all the rain is going to help there, too, and the snow.
I don't know that it's raining there as much.
I guess right now there's like major destruction happening in certain towns where all the snow is finally melting and they're getting flooded out, too.
A lot of the little, when we go up to Solvang, there's a few lakes on the way up there. Mm-hmm. And I was reading, I think it's like Kachuma or something like that. Lake Kachuma. Mm-hmm. I think it's like at 98% capacity.
Wow.
Which is amazing, right?
Yes.
So those natural things are being
replenished.
but we need some more maybe man-made reservoirs that people could fish in, sometimes, right? But just to at least capture the water.
Yes, absolutely. Well, gotta find a way. Why don't you run for office and try to come up with some plans?
With all my time.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Never, never. So winter will not say goodbye. I know a lot of us are over it. Who else is ready for spring? I'm ready for spring. I love spring.
I love the spring too, but I just want to enjoy this weather a little bit longer. I love it. I love everything being green.
Yes.
I don't mind the rain, as long as it's not, causing damage, right?
For sure.
But hopefully we can get help to all the people that need help.
Yes. Well, before we get into it, this past Sunday was daylight savings time. And just when you thought it was 2 a.m., it's suddenly 3 a.m. Well, I didn't think that because I was sleeping like, I don't know why they say sleeping like a baby because my babies didn't sleep. But I was out cold and I was relaxing, chilling, sleeping, dreaming. According to Chris, I was snoring, which I don't believe.
I got the tape. I got the tape. So we won't go there because, I got proof. I won't post it though. Don't worry.
That's okay. That's all right. I'm glad you got your little laugh in. So we have this thing going where Chris snores very, very loud, like almost like an animal is in our room. It is so loud. Like the windows are shaking. I wake up sometimes thinking we're having an aftershock or the big one's coming, but it's just Chris snoring. And so sometimes I just can't go back to sleep because he snores so much that I record it. And he got me back.
Yeah, so the reason I actually recorded your face is because I don't think the kids would have believed that it was mommy. They would have thought it was daddy if it was just pitch dark.
And I'm just wondering, how he had the nerve to put light on my face and record me while I'm sleeping just so he could show me that, you were snoring.
There wasn't light on your... I was watching TV still. You were out, and it was just the TV light.
Oh, okay.
I didn't put light on your face. If I did, you probably would have woke up.
I probably would have. So Tanya said, OMG, Corey. Yeah, I know. He's just... Are you laughing at me because I snore too? Or are you laughing at his snoring? That's what I want to know because, oh, man.
Oh, Nicole's with us.
And Nicole is with us. Hey, Nicole. Happy early birthday. Get to see her this weekend.
She's a birthday girl, huh?
Yeah, it's her birthday. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you coming on here with us today. And speaking of birthdays, we wanted to take a minute to wish a happy birthday to our niece, Brielle. It's her big 10th birthday, double digits. Happy birthday, Brielle. We love you so much. And we know she's out celebrating today for her birthday at Disneyland. So I hope they don't get too much rain and they're able to stay warm and cozy and have a blast there.
I heard they were prepared. They got ponchos, coats. They're ready to go. And if they're lucky, I think a lot of people won't want to go in the rain. So they'll be able to get on a bunch of rides.
Absolutely. I feel like that's the best time to go is when it's raining because it does deter a lot of the crowds. And you make the best of it. You have fun. There's a lot of covering. So it's all good. When you're at Disneyland, everything's magical. It doesn't even matter. So Tanya said, no, she's laughing at his snoring. Yeah, he snores really loud.
The Silva men all snore pretty loud. Because I know, I hear you wives on, all the women are complaining on Saturdays. And it is what it is. I mean, it's one of the genetic things that we have. All of us snore.
I think you need to get a sleep study done. Because sometimes I feel like I'm listening to you as I lay there sleepless in the night. And sometimes I get worried. Like, did you stop breathing for a second? Need to go shake you or put my hand over his mouth to see if air's still coming out? Because it just stops.
Set up the appointment. I'll show up.
I don't know where to go.
Me neither. I don't have time to look. And how are you going to study in your sleep?
Oh, my goodness. You're too much. So Tanya said, oh, yeah, Patrick is so loud snoring. Yes. So... He's snoring, guys.
Every time I hear about these kids turning 10, 12, 14, I think about our kids, right? Mm-hmm. Santino's 8. So I think about Santino turning 10, and I'm not ready for that.
No, me neither. They go way too quick. They grow up.
I've enjoyed every age, 1 through 8 so far for Santino and 1 through 6 for Nola. And I don't think any age is better than the other. Every now and then I get baby fever, whatever. That's normal, being around some babies. But man, I'm not looking forward to him growing up, right? So I know some parents, I think when their kids are teenagers, they're already looking forward to being empty nesters because they're...
Oh, I don't think that day's ever going to come for us.
No. No, I'm still trying to carry that big old kid as much as I can and hold him before I can't hold him anymore.
I know.
So I'm not ready for it.
No, me neither. They need to just slow time down, embrace every little moment with them.
Yes. So catching up with the Silvas last week, Corey, you continued your fitness journey. So you want to tell us a little bit about that? I think Friday morning you got 2 other ladies to go with you to the gym.
Well, no, not 2 others. So I went with a friend who had already been going, but she saw on my social media that I started to go to Orange Theory. So she met me at 5 a.m. Good job, Val. I know it was hard for you to wake up that early in the morning, but she made it. And then I went with my motivator, who is Shanae, and she got me to actually join Orange Theory. So it was nice because I had 2 friends there with me. It was like, I was telling Val, man, it used to be like, okay, 5 o'clock, we're going out, we're getting ready to go have dinner and drinks. And now we're at 5 a.m., like getting our workout in on a Friday morning. So it was a lot of fun. I really enjoy going to Orange Theory. And if anybody else wants to go with me, I'm there every Monday and Friday. I love to start my week and end my week with a bright and early workout at 5 a.m. So join me. I'm up at 4. And sometimes I have a lot of energy afterwards. And sometimes I'm ready for a nap around 9 or 11.
You know what? I give you credit because this last time that you went, which was Monday, you went solo bolo, right? Nobody was with you.
Yeah, nobody else was there. No, that's fine. All I needed was that kick in the butt, that initial motivation to go. And in my mind, I'm like, I can't let myself down. Like, I don't want to let other people down all the time, but I can't let myself down. So I'm going no matter what. It's already booked in my calendar. All the classes for the rest of the month I'm in. I'm not on a wait list.
Nice.
And when the next month rolls around, I'm going to book all my dates. My alarm is set, and I am just going to be up on Monday and Fridays at 4 a.m., ready to go.
So they only let you book within the month?
Yes. I don't know exactly when they open up the next set, if it's like a week before the month starts or how that works, but I'll find out.
Stay on top of it so that way you get in your...
But I love it. It's so good. It's they keep me on track. They keep me motivated, and you get to see like how many calories you burn, and you earn splat points, which I'm still learning what they are, but my splat points keep going up, and I'm like in competition with myself, like, oh, look at those splat points going up. I'm proud of myself. So it's a lot of fun.
I had so many jokes, but this is a PG show.
Okay,
so.
Well, you know what? You always throw out those nasty jokes. Nicole said, I might check it out and work out with you girls. Yes, Nicole, join us. They have a free class Friday morning, 5 a.m.
She said, never mind. That's too early for her.
Come on, Nicole. Let's get ready for your weekend birthday party. Come on, let's celebrate early.
Oh, I love that. She was like, oh, 5 a.m., never mind. I'm good, girl.
Never mind. Well, they have other classes too. They have other classes you could try. But I would love for you to go work out with me bright and early in the morning. And Lulu said, good job, Corey. Thank you, Lulu. You're an inspiration to me. I know you've been working it too. And yeah, Nicole's never mind. And Tanya said, that's so awesome, Corey. Thank you. I'm trying.
That's the only time it works.
Yes.
Like,
I know it's only 2 days a week, but it's 2 more days than what I was doing before.
Yeah. Girl,
you know?
that is 104 times this year.
Yes.
It's a big deal. Mm-hmm. If you really break it down that way.
It is.
And kudos to you doing 5 a.m. because you used to do early too when you had the personal trainer, remember?
Yes, when I would work out with Lynette, which I miss. I love Lynette.
Right.
She's so good.
But I think you have to do that. If you want to work out, you have to get up at that time.
That's the only way.
Because
there's
it's
no
impossible
other time in the day.
with the kids and our business and like just everyday things. It's impossible. Like that's been the hardest thing for me with jiu-jitsu is like the class starts at 9:30. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because everybody over there is like, oh, it's only an hour. But yeah, it's just when they're scheduled, right?
Yes, at that time.
What happened on Monday? I'm like dressed, ready to go. And then Nola's like, please don't go, Dad. I'm like, what am I going to say? I can't leave. I'm a sucker.
Chris was on his way out. He was all proud of himself.
I had my gi on. I was ready.
I'm going to jiu-jitsu today. I'm going to do something for myself. I'm like, good job. You go, right? Like he didn't even eat breakfast. He was ready to go. And Nola wasn't feeling good that morning, so he ended up staying with us because she really wanted her daddy. She needed that support.
She needed daddy.
Sweet
I mean,
girl.
I'll do anything for my baby girl. I didn't even think twice, but you know, I haven't been.
It's the dad and mom duties, right? We're always putting them first.
That's why we got to put ourselves in first before the kids wake up. It's the only way to do
That's
it.
the only way I could do it because I got way too many demands.
So you also had dinner this last week with your friend Stephanie.
Yes, I love Stephanie. So Stephanie is the owner of SCV Pack Walk, and I absolutely love her. What a journey she's been on. When she first moved here, she said that she wanted to be a professional dog trainer and she wanted to work with Cesar Millan. And that girl set out for her goals. She already accomplished all of that, and now she has her own pack walk service, her own business, which is booming. I know she's got like a wait list that was 3 months long just to get dogs in the pack.
Right.
And I think she's even shut down the wait list. That's how busy she is. So kudos to Stephanie. I love spending time with her because she's just so positive, and being around positive people is like nourishing for my soul. And so it's just a good time having her around. And we got to cook together.
You girls had a good time. I had a good time with you. And then I was like, all right, it's time to put these kids to bed. You girls enjoy yourselves, right?
Yes.
I just want another shout out for her business, because what people don't realize, like, we don't pay for dog training.
No.
Our dog is like one of the most well-behaved dogs I think we've ever had, right? And she's a little skittish, but who cares? She's just a scary dog. She's scared of like her own shadow, but she doesn't get into anything. First of all, she's been like that since she was like 1, right? And I heard labs go through like 3 years of a puppy phase.
I know.
where they
Everybody
tear
just kept
everything
telling
up.
us, like, hold out. It's going to be a long time before your dog turns that corner.
Right. And you know, we don't even take her on a ton of walks,
Yes.
right? Like maybe like once a week I'm taking her on a walk. And Stephanie only picks her up twice a week, right? That dog is so well behaved, and a lot of that, yes, we reinforce a lot of the behaviors at home, but she learns a lot from the pack.
Yes, that's the official training that we pay
Yes.
for, is the pack walk service. So the dog is learning how to associate with other dogs and people and interactions with different distractions while they're out on a walk. And that's like more valuable than just going to a training class. So
Nola could walk Uma.
I know.
She's a 55-pound dog. Nola's probably 55 pounds, if that. And Nola can walk her. That's how well she walks.
Yes.
It's amazing.
So they're amazing over there. If anyone's looking for pack walk service, she also does training as well, and she does boarding.
She does
too.
boarding as well.
Yeah. So Evelyn said she's amazing. Evelyn knows her. She met Stephanie, and Evelyn's also a dog trainer as well. So
Lulu's like building a similar business in
Yes.
Texas, and it's called what's it called? Bone to be Wild.
Bone to be Wild. I love that name. It's awesome.
So do I. It's a great name.
Oh, Lulu, so proud of you. So yeah, so we did that, and then we also had family dinner on Saturday, which is always fun. That's our weekly tradition where we get together with our family. And this week we got to celebrate Miss Juniper's 6th birthday, and she had a lot of fun. That girl, she and our kids had a blast beating up that never-ending piñata. So if all of y'all are in a market for like a good piñata, don't go for looks. Just go take your butt to Vallarta, get the one that has the little blow up balls in it, because that piñata is going to last at least through like 30 kids. Because our kids went like several rounds before they actually broke through it.
That's huge. So when you get the piñata, what's the goal, parents? I mean, do you want it to look cool? Well, then you got to buy a couple piñatas.
Right.
Because the ones that look really cool usually break pretty easily.
Right.
Now, this one, I mean, it looks cool, but the kids want to beat the hell out of that piñata. That's the goal, right? And every kid wants as many turns as possible.
Yes.
So I think each kid had like 2 or 3 turns. And then we finally we let the kids get tired. Like they were passing the stick. They were like, all right, I'm
I
good.
can't anymore.
Juniper was like, does somebody else want to turn? Right? She was over it.
Who does that at a birthday party, right? Like, I don't want to hit the piñata anymore. It's your turn.
Because it's tough. It's a tough piñata. So then the older kids hit it, right?
Yes.
And our niece and her friend were there, and they're like 16, right? And they hit it so hard that the rope pretty much broke. The hook broke, right? So they're smacking it. It's on the ground, and they're beating the hell out of that thing. And Santino goes, "Teenagers."
Wow.
He's got jokes. I mean,
He does.
He's got that perfect comedic timing, you know? He cracks me up.
Yeah. They were letting out their aggression, that teen angst, right? Definitely not looking forward to the teen years. Oh, boy.
I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm still at 8 years old, girl. I'm good.
I know. Take your time, kids. So after all the fun partying and dinners. You know, the weather was beautiful this past weekend. We had such a warm weekend, and it was almost like the calm before the storm, right?
Right.
And we just said, you know, we can't be stuck in the house. Let's get out. We've been stuck in the house with all this rain. More rain is coming. So Chris convinced me to get my butt up because I was sitting there working, trying to catch up on all the stuff that, you know, builds up throughout the week. But he was like, let's just take a break from it. Let's go on a walk. Let's get outside, get some fresh air. And we did. And we went to the park, which was really nice because the kids, they love climbing those trees and exploring and having a good old time. So we got to go to the park, and that was cool.
I think it's so important to hit the reset button during the day. As parents, we get so busy, and sometimes we forget, like, oh my gosh, we've been in the house all day. Kids need to be outside.
Yes.
I don't care if it's raining or not. Like, they need to go get some fresh air for a little bit.
Some vitamin D.
They need it. You know, they can't be on devices or watching TV all day. Like, it's
not
not
kids,
healthy.
It's adults too. We need that, you know, but especially the kids.
Well, yeah, I needed it. You needed it. The kids needed it. And it was great. And it something as simple as going to a park. There's no swings, no slides, no nothing there. The kids made fun out of climbing trees.
Yep.
Like they made it. And then Nola had a good time walking Uma.
And they were having fun picking the dandelions and making wishes. Simple things.
Simple stuff, right?
So simple.
I forgot to post a video. I'm so terrible at posting. I need to do it. But I have a video of Nola walking Uma by herself. I think it's a big deal. That dog's bigger than she is.
Yes.
You know, and she walks so well, and Nola does a good job. You have to have the confidence. If you don't have the confidence, the dogs, I don't care how well trained they are, they're going to just pull you all over the place.
Yeah, I just kept reminding her, calm and confident, Nola, calm and confident. She's just walking, and she kind of stood taller. She was like, got pep in her step.
Well, they watched that Caesar show. So
I know.
Yeah, she picked up some tips.
Yes, she did. So we enjoyed that. Switching things up a little bit. So how many of you all have had Invisalign or are in the process of getting it, already have it in or finished up? I just want to know, like, how long did it really take? Because something that I thought was going to be maybe 4 or 5 months, this is turning into like an eternity. Like, I just want them gone at this point. But then I'm going to have to wear a retainer. But I'm just curious, like, did you actually finish when you were supposed to? Because I feel like I've had 3 or 4 revisions after the time I was supposed to be done. And I don't know what's happening.
So what's the original time? They tell you like a year, or what do they tell you?
She told me I would have them off by Thanksgiving so I could take my Christmas pictures. It's now almost April.
Wow. Okay. April Fool's, sucker. So
right? That's what I feel like. It's crazy. Hey, Francine. Thanks for joining us. She says, I do. So you have Invisalign. How long have you had it? Are you way over the timeline that they promised you, or are you just getting started? I'm curious to know.
Francine has that big old beautiful smile too.
Yes, she does. I don't even know why she got Invisalign. Her teeth are so nice.
Well, maybe she's had it. Maybe she's wearing the retainer.
Oh,
Yeah.
She said hi. She'll have to let us know. But yeah, I'm eager to get them off, and even more eager because when I signed up for it, I got the teeth whitening also.
Oh, let's see those teeth. Let's see. It's very nice. I mean,
Thank you. They're almost there.
the bottoms were really bad.
Oh yeah, I look like a bulldog.
You were throwing up gang signs. Like
Stupid.
teeth were everywhere. So they look amazing. Your smile looks great.
Thank you. But I'm almost there. I feel like I've already invested this much time. I'm going to be real picky. Like they're
Right.
going to tell me, okay, let's get your retainer. Nuh-uh, no. You see this tooth right here? It needs to be over just a little bit, just a little tad.
Hey,
So they did another scan. Now I got to wait another 2 to 3 weeks to get new sets put in. But I think the top ones are almost there. It's just the bottom ones I'm not happy with.
you paid the money, so they got to do the work.
Yeah, let's get it done.
That's the agreement, right?
Yes.
They had no problem collecting that check.
Right?
So, you know what's funny is I was like, because I love your smile so much. I'm like,
thank you.
maybe I'll get some Invisalign, and then I use the excuse of, well, you know, I do jujitsu. I got elbows in my mouth, on my face sometimes. You know, like just people. Shoot, I'm hardly going. I might as well get this
You
Invisalign.
might as well get that Invisalign and start doing that yoga.
Oh, so Mario's with us. Hey, Mario.
Hey,
Thanks for joining us.
Mario. Francine said, I'm like way over. Laugh out loud. See, she's taking a long time too. But are you diligent? Because I'm very diligent. Like actually, no. Like the last few months, I just wear it at night. But before I
Really?
would like wear it all day. But I just kind of got to the point where I'm like, well, what's going on? You know? Because when you switch out the trays, you'll feel if they're too tight and that they're actually moving. But I switch those trays and it's like, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's like slowing it down. I don't know. But she said, "Oh, thanks." And I think she's saying that because we said she had a nice smile. And Mario said, "I had braces for 4 years, and initially they told me 2 years. I just took them off and I was done with it." Oh, man, they doubled the time?
Double dog dare you.
Oh, my
That's
gosh.
tough.
That's rough. I wore braces through college. So, high school and college. And I think I was only supposed to have them on for 2 years, and it was like 3.5 years. And headgear.
I think that's another reason. Here's another reason why I hate the dentist, right? And I know it's an orthodontist that does braces.
Right.
But so my grandmother raised me. I bring that up to a lot on the show. But she got me braces. I needed braces. My teeth they're not nice now, but they were even worse than what they are today, right?
Our poor children.
And I remember, my grandmother was the one who paid for it. She passed away. I was like a 15-year-old kid. I had no way to pay the monthly, like, I think it was like $150 back then, which is a lot of money,
it's a
right?
lot.
And I had my braces were all jacked up, like wires going everywhere, cut my inner lip. And
Lord.
Finally, I was like, I need them to take these things off.
Yes.
So I basically got my braces repossessed.
Wow.
Yeah, they just like, can't pay it. Let's take these things off, kid.
You got to pay to play.
Yeah, so maybe I'll go back and fix them. Who knows? But I'm not ready for all that. I don't think.
Be like J. Cole, embrace that cricket smile.
Right, and then you're like, every time you talk, you're taking the braces off. You got to make that sucking sound. I don't know if I'm ready for
The
all
braces or the retainer?
the retainer with the lisp. You talk a lisp sometimes when you get used to it.
That's how I sound like with Invisalign. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. So Nola had a doctor's appointment on Monday. We kind of touched base on Chris ended up not going to jiu-jitsu because she wasn't feeling well. But thank goodness she's all fine. I mean, that girl was super happy afterwards. It just turned out she was a little constipated.
She was just constipated. This is really critical for parents to know. We're going to share this because when Santino was little, a baby, he was a toddler, and before he's like speaking, right? He was sick for like 2 weeks, and we did everything.
We couldn't figure out what was going on.
We couldn't figure out. We took him to the doctor twice. They couldn't figure it out.
Right.
And then finally we figured out that he had a UTI.
Yeah, it's
right?
horrible.
It was horrible. So like that's the first thing we think of, or that I think of when our kids have a fever, well, especially Santino, right?
Yes.
If it's a fever, if it's not COVID, right? Mm-hmm. So for Nola, it hurt when she went pee-pee, right? Mm-hmm. In the morning. So we're like, oh, she has a UTI.
Yeah.
But so for parents that don't know this, I didn't know this. I learned something new. The doctors say if a kid's constipated, it can also hurt when they pee if they're constipated.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
I never thought
I had no clue, but I was like terrified that she was like really not feeling well and it could have been full-blown things because those things are not comfortable to have, especially if you're little,
Yeah, poor little
So
baby.
I'm glad we took her to the doctor and just to find out that she was okay. But that girl, she worked it. She got some ice cream afterwards.
And then she got me some ice cream and her brother some ice cream. She got everybody some ice cream.
Oh my goodness.
The little Mickey D's run.
I know. Well, speaking of the doctor and kids getting sick, right now in Santino's school, it seems like in his classroom they have like a little COVID/flu outbreak.
It's like a ghost town in there, right?
Yeah, so we've been getting the notices, and then I got an actual call from the assistant principal. But yeah, on average, like 7 or 8 kids are absent each day.
Wow.
So we're like dodging this bullet and trying to stay healthy. I'm just hoping he doesn't get COVID or
he's not going to get
flu, anything.
I'm not even worried about it because we've had COVID run through our house a couple times now. Mm-hmm. And each time that we've had it, it's been more mild than the time before. And most importantly, the kids have been okay.
Right, right.
That was always my biggest concern.
It's just if they're going to get sick.
Are the kids, and especially when COVID first came out.
It was so scary.
So scary because there was all that unknown, right?
Right.
And then Santino, thank God he's outgrown his asthma. But he was asthmatic, like pretty bad.
Yes.
He always had to do breathing treatments when he was
horrible.
Young. It was so scary. So COVID freaked me out.
He could actually breathe. That was horrible.
Right. COVID freaked me out when it came out. Mm-hmm. But since then, I mean, I'm not really worried about it. I don't spend more than 10 seconds thinking about COVID. It's only when we get those emails.
I know. I'm like, okay, well, what are we going to do? Yeah. Just try to tough it out and stay healthy. So I've been doing my room parent duties. How many of you out there are room parents and have volunteered for this big task? Because you think, oh, it's just a little bit of volunteering here. It's just, this there. But it's a lot. Like we have to design the yearbook page for your class. Like
it's a lot. I give you so much credit for being a room mom for both of our kids. It is so much responsibility, so much work on top of the things that you already do. Like I had one simple task. Like, so I'm in all pro dads, right?
Right.
I just found out yesterday because in my head, this weekend was like some Clipper event, right? Like
Right.
they were going to be able to go on the basketball court.
I know he's been totally hyping up this Clipper game, and I'm super excited for him and the kids to be able to go.
Yeah. And then, so when I looked it up, somehow I missed the email because we get bombarded with I get like 5 all pro dad emails a day.
Right.
Got bombarded with it. They went last weekend.
Yeah, Chris is like, oh, I don't know if we're going to be able to go do this on Saturday because look at what time. And I'm like, that already passed.
It was last Saturday. But you know what? I'd be more upset
if it was the Lakers.
If it was the Lakers, I wouldn't have missed it. I would have had it in my
Right.
calendar. I would have been doing the countdown. But really, it's the Clippers. Who cares? Who cares about the Clippers?
Just don't tell the kids.
I'm not going to tell them. Why would I
Yes.
bring it up? They don't care about basketball, thank goodness.
But guess what, guys? You guys could have been courtside, but Daddy
don't even-
forgot the day.
No, it wasn't court. They would have went on the court, but it would have been courtside. But anyhow, it doesn't matter. It's the Clippers. Who cares about the Clippers? It's like a JV team. Like
Why'd
I'm
you
gonna
bring
go
it up then?
Well, the reason I brought it up is because if I can't take care of something as simple as that, you doing a yearbook and doing everything you do in the classroom, like that's a huge deal. That's not easy.
Let me correct you. I didn't do the whole yearbook. I can't.
Well,
take
you did
credit
their
for that.
page.
The page, but it is a lot.
It's a
right?
lot.
Oh my gosh! And then the platforms that you have to create it on. I feel like they're changing it every year, so it's a lot.
But you're doing everything like down to the font and the graphics and all kinds of stuff. I'm like,
What am I, a designer?
wait, what? You're in charge of the
Yep.
yearbook for the kids' class?
You
That's
don't
crazy.
even just do a collage on one page. You have to actually auto flow all the kids and their names and make sure that it's like all their names are spelled correctly. I'm like, oh, this is a lot of pressure. What if their name is spelled incorrectly?
Well, and then what if you didn't take pictures while you were volunteering? Then you'd have no pictures to put into the yearbook.
Yeah, I know.
There's a lot. So you're the best. The
Oh,
kids are
thank you.
so lucky to have you.
I appreciate
I'm so
that.
lucky to have you, but kids
Thank
as well. So while you were doing the yearbook, we were kind of doing double duty. You were doing double duty. I was
Yes.
chilling. But we were behind like a couple days and we finally saw the season finale of Last of Us.
Who else is watching Last of Us? Oh my gosh, that show is so good. It's really good. What did you all think, if you've watched it, about the ending?
Well, has anybody out there actually played the video game and watched the show?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Because, I'm not a gamer.
I don't know anything about the game other than just the show.
The last video game that I bought for myself, right, to play.
Legend of Zelda?
No, I don't know when that was. They have more Zelda games now. It's a Mike Vick. So he's the guy
Oh, before the dog issues?
before the dog issue. He was the quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons. He's on the cover of John Madden Football from 2022. That's the last game that I bought.
Wow.
So I haven't played video games in 20 years. So all these new games that are out, like that are like movies, I've never played any of them.
No. Thank
So,
goodness.
I'm not.
I'm glad we don't have like a gamer chair in our house and like
Who has time for that? Who has time
I'm
for
sure
that?
there's plenty of people who do. Who
Well,
make
no,
time.
no,
That's
it's
their
all-
priority.
No, it's cool if you're single, right? Or not even if
Or
you're
you
single,
play with your kids.
or you don't have kids. No. Like once you have kids, like
You better be outside playing with them.
you better be making some money to take care of those kids.
You're too much. So, what did you think of it? What did you think of the season finale? Will
Well,
there
before-
be any
bef-
spoilers if we say anything
Before we
about
get
it?
into the season finale, so we're going to talk a little bit about the show, right? So basically, it's another zombie show,
Right.
Right? The apocalypse happened, and this time zombies infiltrate people they're infected by basically mushrooms, by fungi, right? And that's what creates a zombie now because the fungi is trying to spread and live, right?
Yes.
So
Controls the brain.
have you changed up your diet a little bit? Are you now not eating mushrooms because of The Last of Us?
No, I'm sure there's plenty of people who are like consuming a lot more mushrooms, like those other type of mushrooms. No, I like mushrooms, but yeah, I think people are having those special mushrooms.
Yeah, I never liked mushrooms.
I know you don't. You don't like the consistency and the texture.
They're gross.
Too slimy.
Oh yeah, even if you cook them or it doesn't matter. There's no good mushroom.
Really?
There's no good way to eat it.
No, I like mushrooms.
Yeah.
I just don't like the portobello ones. Those big ones that they just put it as like a patty.
You know, in high school, I almost consumed some mushrooms.
Oh, good thing you didn't.
I wish I would have. No, I'm kidding. The reason I didn't is because somebody told me like, yeah, they grow on like manure. I'm like, I'm not putting that in my mouth. I mean, that was it. That's all it took for me not to put it in my mouth. I was dead.
Oh my goodness. Do you know how many things probably grow with manure?
Probably
that you eat?
Yeah, but nobody told me that. Nobody tells you that right before you eat it.
Yeah, that's true.
Like if you tell the kids, hey, kids, you want to eat this broccoli? They're like, it grew on cow shit. They're not going to want to eat it.
It doesn't though, so I'm not going to tell them that. So Francine said, no spoilers. She's covering her eyes and her ears. I'm behind.
Yeah,
Okay,
Francine,
so we
no
can't
worries.
talk about it.
No, well, we could talk about it without giving a spoiler away, right? So maybe she should mute right now. So anyhow, there is, it doesn't end the way, like I was reading about it after we watched it. And the video game, I guess a lot of people were upset the way that it ended.
Oh,
right?
It's not like the video game?
No, it is like the video game.
Oh.
But usually video games end happily, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess. I don't know. I don't play them. But the way this ended, no spoilers, I am 100% on Joel's side. I don't see
have to
nothing.
disagree with Chris.
I don't see nothing wrong with him being like, you know what? I'm going to be selfish. I'm not going to lose this person. He can deal with loss, right? He's like, I'm not going to lose this person no matter what.
Wow.
Just imagine that's
I'm
one of
okay
your
with
kids.
that, but
what if that's one of your kids? Would you not do the same thing?
I mean, I would have done the acts the same thing, but like telling of the truth, I would just give the truth. I feel like you need to just give the truth.
Wait.
You can't withhold the truth from your loved ones.
So all the people that were murdered in this episode, you're okay with this.
Yeah.
But you're just not okay with the lie.
For sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. I would have done the same thing.
So if God forbid, you kill like 15 people, but you tell a lie, you better not lie. 15 people, I could get over that. That's so funny.
No, I don't know. Like I don't want to give the spoiler away.
Well, no, that's it. I mean, there's still a lot to watch. We're not giving much away.
Sure.
So
Tanya said mushrooms are gross. I have to disagree with her. And Soul is here with us. Hi,
hey,
Soul. So yeah, but watch the show, everyone. It's really good. And if you haven't started the season, now it's time to binge.
Yeah, watch it before next week because I'd love to have like a little discussion on Last of Us because the show's dope. I enjoyed it. What is it? 9 episodes or 10 for the season?
Too little. I want more.
But that's the point.
Now I gotta wait till the next.
It got us
season.
through 9 weeks or 10 weeks, right,
Yes.
of the year, of like something to look forward to watch, right?
Yes.
I don't think we have anything now.
No.
The kids like American Idol, like it's cool, but it's not like I'm looking forward. Like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to watch American Idol, right?
When American Idol's coming on, I'm looking forward to seeing our kids dance and imitate people and
Lip
have
sync.
fun and lip sync.
Lip sync.
It's so funny to watch them watch that show.
Yeah,
I
'cause
love
of
that
them.
more than the show.
Absolutely.
So, switching things up to real estate a bit. Congratulations to our great friends and sellers of Santa Clarita Road. They officially closed escrow on Friday. So congratulations to them. We're super excited for them. They get to move on and start the next journey, the next chapter of their journey. So very, very happy for them.
It was such a smooth escrow.
Yes.
I love to show people that side of it because we sold them that house,
Yes.
right? So we sold them that house maybe like 7 years ago.
Has it been 7
Something
years?
like that, 6 or 7 years. And now we showed them the other side of it, selling the house. And I'm just so happy we could share with them like the full service all the way through.
Yes, for sure. So, and then there's happy new owners there. The agent was pleasant to deal with, right? That's rare to come across, right?
You know what's funny is, so I talk to the agent a lot. He's a Valley agent, which usually we don't want to deal with those people.
Those people? Wow.
People from the Valley, yeah.
How did you just lump all the Valley agents into one group?
Because most bad escrows I've ever had are with a Valley agent.
Oh, wow. So
like 90% of them.
you got some PTSD going.
No, it's just the thing that we all know here in Santa Clarita. Like
a given.
we're more professional here.
Oh, wow.
We handle our business. We're more thorough. Santa Clarita is a lot smaller than the San Fernando Valley. Number one, there's a lot less agents in Santa Clarita than there is in San Fernando Valley. You can do business in San Fernando Valley for 15 years and you might never work with the same agent twice.
That's true.
Right? So most agents don't care about their reputation. with other agents because they're never going to work with them again, right? Well, in Santa Cruz, it's different. Like, we're different anyhow. That's not how we operate. But in Santa Cruz, like, you are going to work with this person again. And it's such a small knit community that people talk.
Right.
Right. So if you do something, you're bad in an escrow, everybody's going to know about it before the escrow is even closed.
Right.
Right. So I always much rather work with the Santa Cruz agent on any of my escrows than a San Fernando Valley agent. But sometimes you don't have a choice.
Right.
Right. And they had the best offer. We actually had a couple other agents from Santa Cruz. We had multiple offers on that property. But this one was the best offer. It's the one that I said we should go with this one. And thank God, because it worked out perfectly. And this guy, Guillermo Cruz is his name. He was such a pleasure to work with. So he's single-handedly changing my... No, he's not. I still don't like Valley agents. But Guillermo was...
There are some really good Valley agents.
No,
though.
I know. He's one of them. He was a great agent to work with. So I had a good time. Thank goodness.
Yes. And then over the weekend, you were super busy showing property to clients, and you were in the San Fernando Valley. So you better be nice, because some of them might be watching and you need to get your offers accepted over there. They are not going to want to take your offer if they know that you talk bad about them.
Well,
it's all in good fun. It's all in good fun.
It's all good fun.
Yes. So how did that go? Because I know you were showing property. How does the inventory look out there for your clients? Are they nice homes? I know there were some of them who may have been interested in writing offers.
So this particular client, she's only looking in West Hills. Single story pool home, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1,800 square feet. It's a pretty set criteria. Under $1 million. There's no inventory for that.
Yes, it's challenging.
We've had 3 houses come on the market since November. Anybody listening out there? 3 houses on the market that fit this criteria since November. We've written 2 offers. Wow. So we wrote an offer for this weekend. We are in a multiple counter offer.
Oh, good.
I don't think we're the best priced on it, but all you can do is give your advice. But we did agree to all the terms.
Oh, that's good.
And our buyer is amazing. Like, if anybody cares about the story of a client, right? This lady works pretty much 2 full-time jobs to take care of her family. She's an ICU nurse.
Wow.
So, hopefully that helps.
Yes.
To say, hey.
All the good that she's done.
Yeah, she just wants to live in the area that she services. And she helps a lot of people in the West Hills, Woodland Hills, that whole area, Canoga Park community. So maybe these people will have a little bit of extra love for her and accept her offer, because it's still a good offer. We're over asking.
Oh, that's good.
But hey, it's back already, guys. Multiple offers again on houses. Like we said, the market didn't crash.
And spring and summer is around the corner. What's going to happen
then?
It's
only going to get harder.
It's only going to be more challenging.
So, man, we need to go back and watch some of this film, because I feel like we are predicting the market all the time.
Right. Oh, my goodness.
See the writing on the wall.
So you also had a lot of interest on our lease listing on Silver King Trail over in Saugus. And it hasn't been rented out yet. And you want to tell me a little bit about how that's going? Because I know you have a lot of interest on the property, but just haven't. What's going on? Is it just not a qualified tenant yet that you've found?
Yes. So, look, the landlord could be picky, right? He wants pristine credit.
Right.
Which, it's so important to make the right decision.
Yes.
California is not a landlord-friendly state, and LA County is even worse, right? So you got to pick the right tenant.
For sure.
So I love that he's taking his time, right? We've had a ton of interest. I try to set up the appointment, so I'm showing everybody back to back to back.
Right.
So today after the show, I'll be over there showing back to back to back, 3 people in a row. It's weird, too, because we are on the MLS. We are on Zillow and all that stuff, and we get a lot of people on Zillow contact us, and we even get some applications through Zillow.
Yes.
But it's like the people there's no phone, no contact number for them. It's like a Zillow thing, right?
That's weird.
And
it's like a phantom offer?
I don't know it's almost what it seems like. So I could message the people and ask them to call me, which one of them did today. I'm playing phone tag with her. But I can't view the application on Zillow unless, check this out.
You subscribe to Zillow and pay a fee.
I would subscribe and pay the fee. I wish that's what it was. No, they're asking for my personal information with my social security number.
What? That is insane.
Why do I need to give
Why would
Zillow
you
my
do
social
that?
security number?
Zillow, you need to go somewhere.
Zillow needs to go bankrupt already. I hate that company.
No, they don't. Someone's going to go and bail them out. We don't
Girl,
need that.
we'll talk about that in a little
Oh,
bit.
my goodness. So speaking of bailing out, okay, so let's talk about the big elephant in the room because I know all this stuff happened just on Friday, right? And over the weekend.
I have a lot to say about this, but I would like to hear, can you just let everybody know what we're talking about? Who got bailed out? What exactly happened? And what's your point of view?
Okay, so over, what was it, Friday, Silicon Valley Bank went under, right? And then there was one other small bank. I don't even know the name of
Signature Bank.
Signature Bank.
They didn't go under, but they were going. They weren't going to be able to cover all the deposits.
Okay.
Can you explain FDIC insured and what that means as well?
Yeah, so FDIC insurance will cover up to $250,000 of bank deposits should a bank happen to go under, right? So people who have that much money or more than that know that you only have $250,000 at that bank vested under a certain way, and anything over that, you want to keep your assets somewhere else in case of an event such as what just happened occurs. Then you have your money insured and you'll actually get your money back. It won't just disappear.
Right.
Well, apparently people had way more than $250,000 there, and normally if you would only get insured, you would only get the $250,000 that was insured, right? Back.
Right.
So, well, what happened? Do you want to tell us what happened?
So Silicon Valley Bank, it's in Silicon Valley, which is in San Francisco, right?
Right.
What's San Francisco known for? Tech startups.
Right.
Right? Venture capitalists. These are people that have tons of money.
Right.
Okay, there's hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, billions of dollars in venture capitalism. It's huge, right? But specifically there in San Francisco.
Right.
That's like the Mecca in the United States of where everybody is. Same thing for tech companies, right? So these are the people that got bailed out.
Right.
Right? And, we're going to get into politics today. Sorry, guys. We're not supposed to ever, but I got to get into it a little bit because this administration, Friday this happened, the news happened. By Monday, they bailed them out.
They announced on Sunday, didn't they meet over the weekend and make a decision on Sunday that they're going to bail out the banks?
They're going to bail out the banks. And according to President Biden, it's not going to come out of taxpayer money.
Where the heck is it coming from then?
How is it not going to come out of taxpayer money?
It just comes out of thin air.
It just comes out of thin air, right? And if anybody's stupid enough to believe that out there, let's say it doesn't come from taxpayer money. Where do you think it's going to come from? It's going to come at higher cost of eggs and milk and gas and everyday necessities, because you can't keep printing money because you lose the value of money and the prices of things go up. That's what inflation is, guys.
Weren't we just trying to battle inflation by raising interest rates on home mortgages? And this has been like this plan over the last year and a half. And then in 2 days, they just go bail out a bank.
Right. So who is that affecting? Let's dissect this, because who is that affecting when they raise the interest rates, right? Mm-hmm. It's affecting regular people.
Right.
People like me, you, people that watch the show, right? Everyday people that might own one home, maybe two homes, right? Nobody's rich doing that.
Right.
If you own one or two homes, you're not rich.
No.
You're doing okay, right? You're just trying to make it.
Right.
And we're being completely affected by the interest rates more than doubling in 1 year.
Right.
Right? That's okay. But to take from those people, right? Mm-hmm. It's okay that the Biden administration hired 20,000 more IRS agents, right, to tax people like us,
right?
Because corporations aren't paying more in taxes. They're just not. They hire lawyers and
they look for the
tax
loopholes.
firms to get out of it every single time, right? Mm-hmm. So we're paying more in taxes now as well. And that really upsets me, right? I get passionate about it because now here we are again bailing out another bank. And what gets me even more upset is, who do you think has ties to those banks, to that bank?
Let me guess. I don't know.
I don't know. You tell me. What do you think?
Well, I know for sure. It's definitely people who have money, right? Like, you can't tell me you're that ignorant that you would not have your money diversified. There's more to the story.
Who's the most polarizing figure in California?
Right.
Who?
It's the governor.
Governor who? Can you spit it out here for people?
Newsom.
Governor Newsom, right? Well, let's talk about it, because this is like California sweetheart, right? It's the pretty boy. He comes from the Getty money, right? He's filthy rich. He's been born into this, right? And the Democratic Party, and just so anybody out there, I'm not a crazy right winger. I'm as conservative down the middle as it gets. So I'll tell you that right now. I didn't vote for Biden. I didn't vote for Trump. I just want to put that out there, right? I like to call it like I see it, and I like to make votes based on how it's going to affect us here, right? But with Newsom, you don't get more privilege than this guy, right? And he was gone on vacation during all these floods and all that stuff. Okay, fine. Maybe he planned a trip forever, right, ago. When he was pushing the masks and the mask mandates, remember they caught him at that restaurant, The Laundry, and he was with all his rich Silicon Valley friends, and he was telling everybody you couldn't go anywhere without a mask, but he's in there partying, having a good time, no mask, right? So now what really pisses me off is these are his friends again, and he has his money in that bank. He's directly benefiting from this, and he was pushing over the weekend. And this is his words, not mine. I'm not just making this stuff out of thin air. You can look it up. It's been documented that he said, yes, I was pushing the president and the administration, like they got to bail out these banks. It's going to affect payroll for tech companies and blah, 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 right? But he has 3 wineries that got money tied in that place. His wife runs a nonprofit that's tied into that place.
Why am I not surprised? I told you over the weekend, there's way more to this story. There's way more.
And there's more than we're even talking about. We're just scratching the surface of this thing.
Like 5 years down the line, we'll be like knowing what really happened. Just like with every other major bailout or big thing like that. Because, okay, I get it. The government wanted to prevent people from doing runs on the bank come Monday morning.
Right.
Like, oh my gosh, my money's not safe. I got to take it out. But like, who really has over $250,000 in the bank just sitting there? Or are they going to go run and take their money out? Do you know what I mean?
Not very many people.
Like there could have been a different way to handle the situation than what they decided.
Right.
And it was done so hastily. Like, you guys want to stop and think this out?
And it was done so quickly and hastily, like you said, that the public we couldn't even say anything about it.
We couldn't even digest it. Like, and now it's probably people aren't even really talking about it that much anymore because it just happened like that.
Well, they won't talk about it because, look, we're a liberal state, right? Everybody loves Gavin Newsom here in California. I mean, most people do, right? The Democratic Party is grooming him to be president one day. And these are the kind of things this guy does. And it's scary because he's going to run our country one day.
So I'm wondering, is he like doing anything right now to help all these people who are stuck in their homes because of the snow and the flooding and all these storms?
Where's the urgency there?
Where's that urgency?
What happened when those people were freezing to death at Arrowhead and in the snow?
Please.
He was on vacation. So that stuff gets me so heated, right?
Yeah.
It gets me really angry. And, just pay attention, you guys. The next time you go to vote, it's really hard. What really pisses me off about politics, and this happens even in our family, right?
Right.
People always vote on party lines. You can't do that. You have to have more sense than that. You can't just be a sheep and say, hey, I'm a Republican, I'm voting Republican every time. I'm a Democrat, I'm voting Democrat every time. You have to have some common sense, do some research, right?
Right.
And what bothers me with this is everybody votes for Newsom because he's a Democrat. We can't have a Republican in there. We're a liberal state, right? Mm-hmm. Look at what's happening in San Francisco. Is anybody paying attention to what's happening out there? So do you know? They keep passing all these new rules, these woke rules, right? Whatever. I don't care if you call it good, bad, whatever.
The thing with that is much.
Well, it's a lot that's going on. This whole cancel culture and everybody needs to be included. I agree. Everybody does need to be included, right? But you can't be so. You can't pass these laws that are going to just help one set of people, but then affect 20 other sets of people.
Right.
So there's a law in San Francisco right now. And the only reason I'm bringing this up is so you can see how that city is being run, because LA is copying what San Francisco is doing. We're like 5 years behind San Francisco. And right now, if you go walk your kid to school in San Francisco in the city, private school, there's streetwalkers, prostitution right in front of the school. They're working 24 hours a day because of legislation that was recently passed that you can't pull over somebody or question them for how they're dressed, right? Anyhow, the reason I bring this stuff up is you watch what happens here in California. We're not I'm sorry, in LA. We're not too far from that stuff. And the legislation, like we got Gassan here, the guy, the public district attorney that lets everybody off for everything. Crime's all-time highs right now. He's from San Francisco. That's where he came from. He was the mayor of that town. Now he's here as our district attorney. So let's see what happens here in California and specifically here in Santa Clarita. Why I love this place so much. We're a conservative run city. Mm-hmm. I don't care what side of Democrat, Republican, we're conservative, right? We care about safety. We care about education. You know what I mean? These are things that we care about here, right? We are addressing homelessness. We're trying to build a homeless shelter here, right? Mm-hmm. There's things that we do here that we just do differently. Mm-hmm. And it's a big reason why I love Santa Clarita. And I hope that we stick to the same bubble, that we're still our own little protected bubble. But I don't know how much longer before this bubble pops. And then we're just like LA or we're just like San Fernando Valley. And I hope that we get smart people that get voted in at city council, that we get locals that get voted in, not people from out of the area, so we can keep the city the way it is. Because I love it here. And I hope it doesn't end up like San Francisco or LA or San Fernando Valley.
Chris is passionate. He's hot today. He's
Okay.
on one.
Anyhow, let's move on.
So Sol said it's already happening. Let's move on and talk about your elite networking meeting. So every week you get to meet up with other agents, top producing agents in the Santa Clarita Valley. And there was a showcased home in Stevenson Ranch today, which I was surprised about. You said you told me about it, but I never heard anything about it. I said, oh, you better go over there and see if
I told you about it.
Our future home. No, I didn't.
It's in the calendar.
It's not in the calendar. You did not tell me. I think in your mind you told me, but there's a lot of times where you say, gosh, I have so much going on. I forget to tell you things sometimes. So you probably just didn't tell me because you knew it wouldn't fit what I wanted.
No, I did tell you, and I told you not to get excited about it because I knew exactly where it is. So there's a house that we went to go preview in Stevenson Ranch, same exact area that we're looking. Mm-hmm. It's as big as we need, bigger than we need. The house is like 3,500 square feet, has a pool. Right, so it checks a lot of boxes, doesn't have a view. The backyard is all pool, but I could not get past. My nose is still itchy and my throat's still bothering me.
You keep touching
As soon
your
as
nose.
I walked in, it's a cat house.
Aye.
I knew it the second I walked in. I could feel it in the air, right? And then you have to take your shoes
You have that
off there.
feline funk
Oh
in
my
there?
gosh, I got like cat dander in my nose right now. The minute you walk in there, I could feel it. Then you got to take your shoes off. What the hell you got to take your shoes off
When
for?
there's cats in there?
Yeah.
What?
So you walk upstairs and, I go through the master. There's a cat tower in the master bedroom.
Oh, man.
You know how disgusting that is? It's gross.
I mean, not
And then
for
there's
cat lovers. Not for cat lovers. They probably snuggle their kitty.
I don't care if it's a dog either. Like,
Well, some people sleep with their dogs. Keep them cozy at
anyhow,
night. Keep their
they
feet
had
warm.
they had the cat food on the vanity in the kitchen. In the master bathroom.
What?
Yes.
Cat
Yes.
food in the bathroom and
Disgusting.
where they sleep?
Disgusting.
Oh, I mean, I guess some people like that.
I cannot.
I'm being very politically correct. I got to after your rant. So Sol said, ew.
I'm telling you, I got this dander in my nose, but
You talking about it like brought it all back because you weren't scratching your nose like 5 minutes ago.
there's something stuck in there.
Something stuck in there, yeah.
Anyhow, the guy, he's a good agent too.
Yes.
Sometimes
Just that house isn't for you.
it's not for anybody. So not at that price. That it's way overpriced.
Somebody will come in and make an offer.
Yeah, but not at that price.
Right.
So it's on Shakespeare. If anybody knows Shakespeare in Stevenson Ranch, you either have the big like mountainside where you're like backed up to a mountain.
Or you have the view.
Yeah, but this is like it's neither. It's
Okay.
on the view side. It's across street from a park, so there's no neighbors across the street. But like your view is like 3 different neighbors looking into your
I
backyard.
see.
There's no privacy. And even if there was a view, maybe it's 1.3 with the view, but that house, the most it's going to sell for is 1.15, and that's only because it's 3,500 square feet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's not the business.
It's not the one for
It's
us.
not
It's okay.
impressive. Yeah, I wouldn't take any of my clients to that house.
Oh, my goodness. So Sol said, I bet it smelled too. Yeah.
It did smell, Soul. It did.
Oh my goodness. So you have bad smell left in your nose over that one. Looking ahead to next week, we have a lot of fun things planned for the coming week. Today, I get to go take Santino to get his haircut, and I don't know about other parents and kids to go when you take your kids to get their haircut. Do they actually like it? Because Santino really isn't a fan of going to the barber, not because he gets hurt or anything like that. He just doesn't want to feel like the little hairs on his neck. So in the beginning, I used to bribe him with getting ice cream, and now that's become our tradition. We always go to McDonald's afterwards and get an ice cream, little soft serve. And now I've gotten Nola hooked on the little hot fudge sundaes. But did you all know that they no longer serve or offer peanuts for the hot fudge sundaes?
Wait. So what's the reason of them not giving peanuts with sundaes at McDonald's?
I don't know. I was like, okay, I'd like some peanuts, please. And they said, oh, we don't, no, it's for peanut allergies. I go, but I don't have a peanut allergy. I would like some peanuts. Oh, no, we just don't even serve them anymore because of that. Oh, my mind was blown. Like, that makes my hot fudge sundae.
It's not the same.
It's really not the same.
And it's not like they put peanuts on the sundae. They would put them in a bag.
It's in a separate package.
You'd have to open the bag and pour them on there.
Yeah.
Like, did they get sued by somebody who was like, oh, I died from a peanut. Oh, I almost died.
Listen, I wouldn't be surprised. Remember when we were kids, someone sued them because their coffee was too hot?
So then they had to start writing hot on the cup.
Yes.
Man.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, boy.
Just ruining my experience.
No more nuts on the sundae.
Oh, man. I'm sad about that. Missing out on some nuts. So on Thursday, tomorrow, Chris gets to volunteer in Nola's class. Usually I do, but he wanted to take over and go volunteer in her class and spend the day with her. So she's excited. How are you feeling about that?
It's fun. It's all good. One, I really love the teacher. Mm-hmm. She's great. But most importantly, I get to see our baby girl in her element.
Yes.
Right? So,
but you haven't seen that yet.
I've been there before. I volunteered in her class.
Oh, for the party.
Yeah, so.
But not the little learning thing.
There's going to be all little snot-nosed kids.
I know. I was going to tell you, make sure you take some sanitizer with you.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Last time I remember kids at that age, there's a lot of kids that still don't mind boogers all over their face.
No, and they're like
it's like all on their, smeared on their cheek.
They go like this, and it's just like all crusty.
But you're 6 years old. Like, you shouldn't do that anymore.
They got booger whiskers.
Yeah, oh boy. It's funny, though. It's a cool age. I mean, I'm happy that so the reason I'm going is she actually asked, Daddy, when are you going to volunteer?
Yes.
Can you come volunteer in my class? And I was like, oh, sure.
Yeah, I'll be there.
So she called me out. She put me on the spot. So, yeah, no problem. I'll be there.
She reminded him this morning, too.
Yeah, and I totally forgot.
Yeah,
so it's great.
You're going to be there. And then this week, St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner. Who celebrates St. Patrick's Day? I mean, we don't really. But Nola has requested that we put together a special trap to catch a leprechaun. Now, who comes up with these wacky ideas? I want to know, like, what stay-at-home mom one day was like, this is a wonderful idea. And then her whole mom gang jumped on board, and now it's like this thing. Because I don't even know what it's about. I got to do some research and figure it out.
So did she tell you who told her about this?
I mean, some other kids in her class are like, oh, you're going to catch a leprechaun last year? I'm like, what is that even about? I don't even know. Do you all know what it's about? Please enlighten me, because now we got to catch a leprechaun. It's supposed to be lucky, and he'll take you to the pot of gold.
Oh, boy. Somebody out there is doing great with marketing.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm surprised it's not going to be like Leprechaun Day.
I don't know.
Hug a Leprechaun Day. Like, they have the weirdest days now, right?
I mean,
every day is something else.
Every day is something. National this, national that. So I just remember on St. Patrick's Day, I just had to wear green so I wouldn't get pinched at school. That was it.
And then as an adult, if you need a reason to drink, it's like you drink green beer that day or something.
And you do those bar crawls.
I've never done it.
No, me neither. It's weird. So Julianne said, Julianne, you're here with us.
Hey,
Hi.
Julianne.
She said, I have never celebrated, but River's class had a trap and a leprechaun, and I apparently let her down last year because we didn't celebrate. Right? This mom guilt that they give us. What the heck?
And she said, what happened just pinching, right?
Right. That's what I'm wondering. Everybody's got to be so extra nowadays.
It's a lot, right? But it forces everybody else to step their game up.
Shoot, we got to be on our toes. Moms, dads, like, no, you don't have time to snooze on anything.
I wonder if there's like going to be somebody out there that just goes like overboard and hires like a little person actor.
Stop.
Because the people are that extra. Somebody's going to do it.
Stop.
What?
That's awful.
What do you mean that's awful? I'm sure it happens.
No, okay, we're going to move right along. So this Friday, it is St. Patrick's Day, but
Violet's with us.
Violet. Hey, Violet.
Hey, Violet.
Thanks for joining us. Oh, my goodness. I love having you all here with us today. So this Friday, well, it's St. Patrick's Day, right? We are going to be having dinner with our girl, Rena. So, Rena, if you're out there, we can't wait to have dinner with you. That's going to be fun. I don't know what I'm going to make. Something yummy. I gotta hook her up.
Rena's simple. She's a steak girl. Some burgers or some steak. If we do burgers, we have to add bacon. She's easy. She'll love it.
So Francine said, Mom and Dad guilt is real and rough. It is.
It
is. I can't let them down, though, this Leprechaun Day. I mean, this past Christmas, we broke down and got the elf on the shelf. I was trying to dodge that forever.
Oh, my gosh. That's a lot of work, too.
I'm telling you.
There's
always something.
There's always something going on. It's nonstop.
Oh, and Chris has got this thing with the Easter Bunny going. These kids are just like, Dad, how did you see the Easter Bunny? Like, did he talk? Like, they always ask me about the Easter Bunny. No,
it's not me. It's you, girl.
Oh, yeah.
You're the one who said you saw him.
Oh,
so they're asking you all kind of questions.
I had to make up this big elaborate thing.
If the Easter Bunny's real, how come you were the one putting the eggs out, Mom?
Oh, because the Easter Bunny was in a hurry. He was running late.
He asked you to help
the
him
next
out.
House.
He asked you to help him out.
So he gave me a basket to do it. Oh, he talked to him? No, he just nodded his head.
You're like, me and Easter Bunny, we were here.
We were here. We figured it out. Oh, my goodness. So Violet said green bagels. Kids are happy. Oh, I like that idea.
Kids love bagels.
You better go get some green bagels.
When's it? St. Patty's Day is tomorrow?
Friday.
Okay.
You better go get those bagels.
I got to get the kids bagels tomorrow. I don't know. I'll check out Noah, see if they're doing green bagels.
Yes.
Because, our kids are bougie. They want specific bagels. Mm-hmm. They only really like Noah's.
Oh, my goodness. We'll do something green. That'll be fun. Thanks for the suggestion, Violet. So Saturday, we normally have family dinner, but we're going to be postponing it till the following week because we got invited to go out for a birthday celebration for our friends Dina and Mahmoud. And Mom and Dad get to go out a night on the town in Hollywood.
What?
We're going to have a dinner and a comedy show. I'm excited. How do you feel about that?
Great. You might even get lucky later.
Ooh, wow. St. Patrick's Day and all in one. I'm going to find that big old treasure at the end of my rainbow. That big old leprechaun, no? What the heck? When you said that, I just thought about that stupid movie, The Leprechaun, the scary one.
There's like 5 of those. There's
Lord.
They got one that the leprechaun goes to outer space or something.
No, just stop. That's too much. That's too much.
These people just go nuts with it.
Yes. Well, my mom and dad are going to be watching the kids for us. So thank you, Mom. Thanks, Dad. They're going to have fun with Grandma and Papa on Saturday evening.
We got to take advantage of all these little Mama and Papa sleepovers before they move.
I know. I don't want them to move. My mom and dad always say the kids aren't going to want us around, the grandkids, they're getting older. How about your kids? I want you around still. Stay, don't move. Oh my goodness. And then, like I said earlier, I'm going to be having brunch celebrating my girl Nicole's birthday on Sunday. So I can't wait to see her.
Where are you girls going? Are you staying local or are you going down to the valley?
I have to double check the calendar. Sorry, my brain capacity doesn't hold it all in there. I want to say we're going to Marston.
If it's local, me and the kids could drop you off so that way you can get your little drink on.
I don't know. We'll see. But I'll let you know.
Look at you partying all weekend.
That's right. That's how I do.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Gotta live life to the fullest. Enjoy every moment. And Julianne said, whoop, whoop. Can't wait for brunch. Yes, I get to see my girl Julianne there too. So it's going to be nice.
It's going to be nice.
Yes. And then next week, Chris gets to go to Sacramento. He's going on the bus trip up there, right?
Yeah, so we go with KHTS. Mm-hmm. Carl Goldman is the owner over there. I'm having a brain fart of his wife's name at the moment, but
that's okay.
They're a tag team duo, right? And they set this up, I don't know how many years ago, like over 10. I want to say maybe close to 20. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure, to be honest with you, but this is my 3rd trip going on there. It's pretty awesome. So Senator Scott Wilk, we make up his district. Mm-hmm. So he takes care of Santa Clarita, Antelope Valley, some parts of Antelope Valley as well. And him and Carl are the ones that put this together. And it's cool. Like local people from Santa Clarita, business owners, leaders, whatnot, go on this bus. I think there's only room for 50 people on the bus. And we take a trip up there. You network with each other, right? But when you get there, you're meeting people from the Capitol that are, most of them are politicians, some of them are lobbyists. It just depends, right? And what I love about it, even though Senator Wilk is a Republican, he sets up meetings for Democrats to speak to the group as well.
Oh, good.
So it's really a bipartisan trip,
good.
Which is awesome, right? Because I think that's the way it should be done.
Yes.
So, but it's really just everything that affects Santa Clarita. That's why we go on the trip. Like, even though you're not with me, you're there in spirit. Only one of us could really go on this trip. But that's why we decided to start going, is because it's affecting our town.
Yes.
Right. So, I'm excited to hear everything. Find out what's happening, what's coming to Santa Clarita.
I feel like you just went last year. That went by really quick.
The years flown by.
Yes.
Right. So, I mean, the trip used to be like a couple days, and we used to go to the Capitol itself, to the building, but now we're like across the street with the view of the Capitol because all these COVID regulations.
Right.
But we still meet with all the same people. So it should be a good time. But now that I'm not a rookie anymore, I know that I take the bus up there, but I fly back home, because that bus ride home, man, it's a rough bus ride. You're so tired already because you were in meetings all day. And then you got this, like, I don't know how long the bus ride is. It's like 6 or 7 hours.
Oh, my goodness. And you know what? That storm is going to be here next week. So the drive up there, be careful. Hopefully they don't shut down the Grapevine. Then you're going to be rerouted. You're going to be on a long bus ride.
Oh, boy. Maybe I'll take a flask.
Oh, my goodness. But then you're going to have to stop to break the seal.
No, they have a bathroom on that bus.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, it's a luxury bus.
Oh, well, look at you, Mr. Bougie. Bougie on
I'll have
the
to
bus.
take some snacks for sure.
Yes, you are. And Violet said, like Vegas, haha, no one wants to drive home from Vegas. That's true.
That is so true.
Chris does that. He'll go up there with his friends when they would go to Vegas all the time, and they would have so much fun driving, and he'd be like, peace, see you later. I am flying home. Good luck, guys.
Every time I didn't do that, I was always stuck as the designated driver on the way home.
Oh, so you got over it real quick.
Yeah. Who else used to do this? So who else gets stuck being the designated driver, right? Like, my friends like to wild out, and they're a lot of them are big guys, or were big guys, so they could drink, right? And I was always the gambler. So I'd be up gambling, and I don't like to be drunk when I'm gambling. I'm trying to win,
Yeah.
So on the way back, especially if it was in my car, I was like, I'm leaving at this time. I will leave you. And I have left somebody, not in Vegas, but I've left somebody somewhere before.
Right.
So people know that I will leave them.
Yeah, you have to set the ground rules.
You got to set the rules, right?
Yeah.
And
otherwise they'll run with it.
Everybody passes out on the way home. They just
You're all by yourself.
I'm all by myself.
Listening to snoring.
So then I have a good time, right? So then I'll start hitting the bumps. And then I'm watching them in the mirror, like right in the rearview mirror. I'm watching my buddies in the back, and they're like doing one of these, hitting each other in the back. Like, hey, are you okay up there? And I'm like, oh yeah, fine.
They think you're falling asleep.
They think I'm falling asleep, and then I wait till they're falling asleep again, and I go over the bumps again. Oh yeah.
Cause all this anxiety.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure they get home. They're all scared.
I want to make sure they stay awake.
It's terrible.
I mean, I was back in my 20s, but it was a good time.
No, that sounds like fun. So Francine said bald and bougie.
Nice.
There you go. He's bald and bougie. Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining us here on R&R. That is going to be our show today. We've had so much fun with you all, and I'm so glad to see a lot of new faces joining us. Thank you for chiming in and leaving comments, because that makes our show so much more fun and enjoyable. Be sure to catch us here weekly on Facebook Live every Wednesday at noon. We are your hosts, Corey and Chris Silva, and we will see you next week. Have a great one. Bye.
Bye.